What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Um, I wanted to talk about the situation that happened in Arizona where the black family came out of the dollar store, I think, and the baby child, maybe three, 3 years old, took a doll out of the store. Now, anybody that understands children know that anytime you walk through a store with children, whether it be a grocery store, department store, or whatever, they grab and they pick things up because they don't understand the concept of purchasing and money and that you got to buy this, you can't just get this. They don't understand that, so they'll just randomly grab and I want this, and they pick it up and they take it. Now, in this particular case, the child apparently got a hold of a doll, and the parents they were not aware that the child had taken the doll. Now, the manager of the store apparently called the police because a 3-year old baby took a doll. I'm not even using the word stole, I'm using the word grabbed or took. And this manager called the police, and the police came out as if they were arresting the biggest drug lord or the biggest terrorist in American history. They came out with guns drawn, screaming and cursing and hollering and threatening to blow the family's head off, threatening to shoot the mother of the child, who was also pregnant with another child at this time. And this is the way that this officer felt it necessary to handle this situation where a baby took a doll. Now, I fault the manager for calling the police on something like that rather than just checking the parents on the way out the door, saying, hey, your baby grabbed this doll. Even if you use the word, your baby stole this doll. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of it. We'll put it back. She's a baby. Didn't know any better. Let's say, for the sake of argument, for all of those out there who are going to come with this, let's say, for the sake of argument, that the parents did know that the baby took the doll. Let's say that the parents knew. Let's give them that. Let me give y'all that one. Did it warrant these police officers rushing in like the SWAT team, circling and surrounding the car, threatening to blow the brains out of the head of this whole family, scaring the baby like that, threatening the pregnant mother? Was that necessary, even if they knew the baby took the doll, just for the sake of argument? No, it wasn't. Now, there was full compliance on the part of the family once the police showed up on the scene. For all of you who say, well, all you got to do is comply. All you got to do is comply. But if you black, that's a damn lie. Because we've seen that movie before. And this woman was constantly saying, as the police were giving two separate sets of orders. One is saying, put your hands up. One is saying, do something else. And she was saying, I can't put my hands up. I got a baby. I'm holding a baby in my hands. So what am I going to do? Just drop the baby and put my hands up? So just watch the video. Just look at it and you'll see for yourself. I'll let you be the judge of it. I don't have the technology or the mental understanding yet to be able to do like a full reaction video where I show what's going on. But to make a long story short, there was so much vitriol and hatred in this police officer's eyes and in his tone of voice, that he wanted to kill them so bad. He wanted them dead. Didn't matter if it was a woman, didn't matter if it was a baby. He wanted them dead. He wanted them to do anything, blink your eyes the wrong way, that would, in his mind, justify letting off a few shots. So there was a community forum where the mayor of Phoenix, a lot of the police officers, a lot of the officials in that city met with members of the community, and I'm gonna play a little bit of what was said. I hope y'all can hear it on these bootleg food stamp speakers I got over here.
We are not here because of a shoplifting incident. We are here because we are outraged at the conduct of Phoenix police officers. My son was the third victim of that police officer. Do you understand that, Chief? The third victim of that police officer.
Okay, now this man is saying that his son was the third victim of that particular police officer that carried out those threats against that family, which now says that this is a pattern of behavior for this particular police officer. And what bothers me the most is how in all of these instances, no matter where we are in America, the department always turns a blind eye to these types of police officers. Now this is the police chief. This is the police chief speaking right now. The voice that y'all are gonna hear now is the police chief.
Oh, that police officer. Real change doesn't start with the police department. Real change starts with our community. We will be.
Now, the police chief said real change doesn't start with our police officers. Real change starts with the community. And as y'all may have heard, everybody started booing when she said that. Now, here's the deal. She's partly right. Real change does start with the community because, yeah, the community can exercise the power to remove these type of corrupt officials, these type of corrupt police officers and police chiefs from their positions. So yeah, change does start with the community. Change starts also in the form of the community educating themselves and the community holding themselves to a certain moral standard. So in that regard, she's right. But if y'all could see the little smirk she had on her face, as if to say, why do y'all even have us here? Why are we even here dealing with this? It's not on us, it's on y'all. No, it's on you too, police department. Because again, where were all of the so-called good police officers that should have been checking this particular police officer in the midst of his madness? In the midst of him just bloodshot, ready to kill somebody over a so-called stolen doll. Why didn't one of the good cops run in and say, hey man, calm down. You a little bit out your mind right now. It's not that serious. Step back. Let me handle this. Why didn't one of the good officers do that? Explain that to me. Somebody explain that to me and make me know. Because it is on the police officers too. But the biggest problem, other than the fact that these racist officers carry out these murders and these senseless acts of violence on unarmed black people, the second biggest problem is that they are never held accountable. There's no standard of accountability put in place from their own department, from their own peers, to check this kind of behavior. And the first time something violent happens to the police officer, it's a national incident, and this national outrage. But there's no national outrage for Pamela Turner, who was just blatantly murdered by a police officer, unarmed. There was no national outrage, and I don't mean from the black community. I mean from the media and the so-called good officers, the police chiefs, the mayors, all of the people who employ these officers. There's no outrage. So she's saying it's on the community. It's not on the officers. Yeah, you right for the reasons that I stated earlier, but you wrong because y'all are not holding these racist police officers accountable for their actions. If y'all haven't seen that video, just go somewhere on YouTube and type in um, Phoenix police officers um, threaten black family. You can just type, if you put in Phoenix police officers, it might come right up because it's a hot topic right now. But I'm one of those individuals who push and advocate real hard to have more black police officers policing in the black communities, because we have to just be honest. Relatability goes a long way. And if I'm a police officer that grew up in South Park, if I grew up in Fifth Ward, I grew up in Third Ward, these are all neighborhoods, inner city neighborhoods in the city of Houston. If I grew up in those neighborhoods, went to those schools, were around those type of people, my people, and I become a police officer, then I will have a better understanding of where they're coming from mentally when I pull one of them over. And if I pull one of them over, they go, "Oh man, come on, man, why you pulling me over, man? I ain't." I'm not gonna quickly pull out my pistol and be ready to kill. I'm gonna say, "Man, hey, say, bro, you ran the light. That's why I pulled you over, man. Now chill out. Let me see your issue." That's what we need. We need relatability. If you're not from where we from, you can't relate to us. You can't relate to our mannerisms. You can't relate to our emotions, because you're gonna take them out of context, which is gonna lead to a situation. And in some cases, they understand. They know that it's harmless, but they, like Brian Wilson, the officer who killed Mike Brown, they are of the mindset like he is when he said, when he first was hired as a police officer, he said, "Put me in a black neighborhood because that's where all the fun is at." So he knew where he wanted to be because he knew what he wanted to do. So if you are a police officer, do the right thing as a police officer, man. Because y'all's biggest problem is that your job is to enforce the law, but you walk around acting like you're above the law. So do your job, because there's a boomerang effect in the universe, and I'm going to leave it at that. So I appreciate y'all checking me out. It's something I had on my mind to talk about. And watch that video, and you tell me if it was justified. Maybe I'm crazy, but if it wasn't justified, be honest. Come back to this video and just down below in the comments section, just type in hell no, meaning hell no, it wasn't justified, the behavior of the officer. So I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. It's your big brother K-Rino. Peace.